Well, the rain is lashing at the window outside, but hopefully it's not audible on the microphone. And here we are in Turtle Pack going for 5 badgers. And bizarrely, I actually had this exact start twice in a row. So double level up on turn 3 into 2 badgers, sell level 2 duck, and they both start at 5-5. So I also take the dodo to just give the front badger a bit more attack. And obviously with badger no longer, I mean it's been a long time now since it was changed, but badger used to do incredible amounts of damage. It used to be 100% level 1, and these days it's only 50. So it's pretty ineffective early, but the longer the game goes on, the more powerful it gets. And using the dodo at the beginning to just boost the badger's attack a little bit. Although, of course, dodo has also been nerfed. So here we level up into deer, and deer is pretty good with badger because you can have the deer get destroyed by the badger blast, and there'll still be the bus to spawn. So it also means that if the deer gets sniped, the bus will spawn and the badger won't destroy whatever's behind it. But it's a little bit more complicated here because we're trying to get the 5 badgers set up. So you can see there I sacrificed, I went for the 4 squad just to be able to buy the other badger quicker. We really need to level up the front badger as soon as possible. So here I actually pill spider in the hopes of getting another badger, and it works out. It's probably not a very good percentage play going for the I think it's 1 in 11 for a spider pill. So here the badger actually one-shots the big tier 1 because of its ability, which is exactly how it's supposed to function. And we get the level up now, so it's much more effective. And I think I actually leveled them both up here, yeah. And I'm happy enough to just continue with the 4 squad since we're on 5 hearts. We're probably also almost guaranteed to draw a bunch of games because of playing badger. It's you have much more leeway to make sure you're scaling up the 2 badgers that are going to carry you when it comes to selling the rest of the team. Now, the strange thing about badger is that it's one of those pets that you don't necessarily need more than 2 big units. And part of that is because when the front badger faints, it's going to do massive damage to the one behind it. So unless you deliberately keep it level 1, this round is actually hilarious. We end up winning because of that zombie cricket. The cricket purchase really worked out, although I kind of wouldn't have minded losing because I had the snail frozen. So the first badger is obviously going to create a bit of a chain reaction. So it's going to, it's going to blast the badger behind it, and then so on down the chain. So really, you're looking to have 1 big badger at the front, and then the other one either in the middle or closer to the back. And then the rest of them are going to be very poor in the stats department to make sure that you minimize damage to the other badgers. The problem is a lot of the time games go late because of the drawing so much. And here I'm actually not drawing, which is a bit unusual. I'm expecting to draw a lot of these rounds, and it's just not happening. So we're already on 7 wins on turn 10. However, if we do now start drawing, it is going to become increasingly difficult to actually get the win. And so here I take another spider, just as again, crocodile could potentially snipe the back badger and trigger a chain reaction, and having the spider there just prevents it doing any damage should there be a snipe. And here I think we win again, which, at this point I was like kind of incredulous, like, why do I keep winning? But we get the monkey in the shop here, The front badger, although it's doing well so far, it's going to fall off pretty quickly unless we get melon onto it. I do have the turtle there, but I decide against it. You know, I also kind of don't want to win too quickly. So here we swap the penguin for another monkey. I possibly could have frozen the chocolate. I guess I'm looking for the melon without having to pill the turtle. So here we go with a symmetrical team with monkey either side of the deer in the middle. And again, the badger's ability just absolutely wrecks that team. We still have 3 pets alive, so now we're on 9 wins. And we basically have no choice but to throw, because I'm never going to find 2 more badgers plus melon or a bunch of steaks in a single shop phase. So you can see I think about it for a while here, and the way to actually do it is, I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious when you think about it. Badger is probably one of the easiest pets to throw with, because you can deliberately set your team up so that all your pets get destroyed. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We get the double cow, which I can't pass that up. I know I'm going to throw the next couple of rounds. So the front badger, when it faints, will now guaranteed kill the second badger, which will kill the third, and so on. The monkey will be left, I think, alive with like 2 health or something. And we actually go against the blowfish hedgehog team. So the monkey gets killed off anyway. And there's this chain reaction, and the badger ends up double killing to get the draw. Just exactly like we drew it up. There's no point leveling up the other badger. Like I said, you only need 2, and then the rest are going to be as low statted as possible. There is melon there. I think I freeze it, but don't buy it this turn because I still want to lose or tie. Now, we can give steak because the second or third badger are going to get... they're going to faint anyway, guaranteed. So we go against a summon team, which is basically the worst possible thing you can face, but in this situation it's perfect, and we get the triple faint there, and they're going to finish with an entire board of pets, which is, you know, exactly what you would expect. We do find the 4th badger, and now we just need 1 more. Unfortunately, that loss does mean that it's no longer going to be a perfect game, 5 of a kind, but I think that was pretty unlikely anyway. But now we are starting to face huge teams. Now look at this, like double seal. I mean, it doesn't matter how strong the even the original, the original level 2 badger was never going to be able to beat that team. So now another few rolls, we've got to find the badger and also be able to buy equipment. So we get the melon now, and now I'm trying to decide what is the best sequence. And I think in the end, because there's a chance that one of the small badgers could get sniped, I decided to put the second biggest one in 4th position. If the back one gets sniped, it's only going to do 2 damage to the one with steak. And unfortunately, again, we face another massive food build. This kind of build is basically just, you know, it dominates pack 1 because it's by far and away the best. So another steak, because technically that badger can survive. I probably should have bought the mushroom there, but luckily I actually roll another one. So final battle, and we are very lucky to get matched with elephant camel blowfish. I think they would be much better off having the elephant trigger the blowfish than the camel, and the 1/1 badger is going to respawn from the mushroom and win the game. This one has actually been completed twice before, I think, at least. SuperAutoGaming did it way back in the with the original badger, and then more recently Razz got it as well. And I'll link both those runs in the description below.